She was supposed to slip the ring on my finger. She nearly dropped it. Okay? She was shivering.
But it gave the wrong hand.
That's right. I'm no good either, because instead of giving her my left hand, I gave her my right hand. The assistant to the priest had to say, left hand, left hand. I think some of you in church heard it. It was so embarrassing. Now, frankly, I think we were more nervous this morning in church than when we got married 50 years ago. 50 years ago, we were so much romance. There was so much romance in the air. There's still romance, but very quiet romance. Not those. So. We are bad. I think I sent an email reminding you of the functions, and I asked you two things. One, be punctual. I'm ashamed to say that, I don't live up to my word. Thanks to the crazy traffic system in Kuala Lumpur. We were driving yesterday. Admittedly, it was a Friday, but we spent 4 hours on the road. It was so bad yesterday. And today was slightly better, but also bad. And the other thing is, we asked you if you could, and if you wish, to give us cash gifts. The reason is simple. We want to donate the whole proceeds to charity. Now, I can name you the charity, and there are 16 of them there. Members of the St. Vincent de Paul Society. Raise your hands. All these years, I was a member for many years when I was in KL, and now in Melbourne, we're a member of the same society in Melbourne, both of us. Their job is to, actually, the original purpose was set up by Frederick Ozana when he was a young man of 50 years old. While he was still a student with his friends, he set up this society called St. Vincent de Paul, firstly to sanctify the members through giving aid to the poor, visiting their homes, see what their problems are, and also to help the poor. So it started in 1833, started in Paris, and then it spread throughout France, and today it is operating in 148 countries, and there are 700,000 members, and they are doing a good job. Please clap for them. Your donations, your manpower will go to the society to help the poor. They help everybody, irrespective of a race, creed, or whatever, so long as they are needy and they are poor, the marginalized, the poor, etc. So they're doing a good job. Thank you very much. Now this, I told you that we renewed our vows before the church. Now talking about that, some of you may well remember the vows that you took on the wedding day many years ago. And I'm sure some of our friends there. You remember the bride had to promise them to love and to obey the bridegroom. And obey all the days of our life. So when I suggested to Teresa, today in church, I said, look, you say the same vow with the same wording, to love and obey. Oh, she said, no. No. And oh, no. So for me. So this morning, she said, the new vow, I will love and respect you all the days of my life. Nobody obey. So no obey. So you see, after 50 years of marriage, she has become a liberated woman. While I, especially after moving to Australia, have become a domesticated person. Doing housework, putting the plates in the dishwasher, sweeping the floor, apart from doing the garden. I was a tiger then, harimau. Bukan harimau, harimau. Okay. Now I've become a kitten, anak kucing. No more teeth, no more bite, no more tiger's roar, but a mere kitten's meow.
You believe that?
I cannot have my say. But dear friends and relatives, jokes aside, today I can tell you that I am a rich man. I don't mean monetary or material wealth. I'm rich. Why? Because I have a good, loving, and gracious wife. Good, loving, wife. Cium lagi sekali ya, cium lagi ya. Ini malam saya cium. So, if you attended the church service this morning, one of the readings chosen from the book of Ecclesiasticus, read by our eldest grandchild, Katrina. Where are you, Katrina? There she is. So by the way, she is 22 years old. 22 years old. Any eligible bachelors? I tell you her age. First, she's eligible. Secondly, to give you a clue as to how old we are, especially me. Well, there is a passage in the book attributed to the prophet Sirach, which says that a gracious wife is more valuable than gold. A gracious wife is more valuable than gold. So in that sense, I'm a lucky and fortunate person. I have someone beside me who's more precious than gold. And can you imagine, if she had been made of gold and with her weight, I'll be a billionaire.
And you push her down the escalator.
There is another story. And she broke a clavicle bone. Well, you know, incidentally, I have her permission. I have your permission now to say this to you, isn't it? That she's more precious than gold to me. She's given her permission for me to say that. Both of us don't profess to have any secrets to a lasting and enduring marriage. We don't profess to have any secrets. But this we can say, that, and this is through sheer experience over 50 years. Through the turmoils of marriage, the ups and downs, after so many quarrels, the making up, and you know, after a quarrel, the making up is all the more sweeter, isn't it? When we quarrel, and you know, couples when they quarrel can be very fiery at times, and some of you who are married can testify to that. But we try not to let our anger last till the next morning. We won't allow the sun to rise without the anger going away, because it's like a cancer. It will grow and grow if it goes from day to day. We try to patch up before we go to sleep. I don't know whether it's a secret of life, but it's through sheer experience. But in this respect, for those of you who are medical doctors, this particular medical doctor, there are a few doctors here, named Ira Bayong, in a book entitled The 4 Things That Matter Most, a book about living. listed 4 things that are important for a lasting and enduring marriage. And I think it applies to a marital relationship. 1, the ability to say, please forgive me. Now it needs a lot of humility, it needs a lot of courage to ask for pardon, particularly from one spouse, not from the other. In my view, all of us sometimes, including married couples, we don't ask for forgiveness even though we know we are in the wrong. Particularly when we know we're in the wrong, we don't have the courage and humility to ask for forgiveness. Secondly, I forgive you. It's the other way around. I forgive you. When forgiveness is asked, I forgive you. This requires a charitable and generous heart to forgive somebody, especially somebody who has hurt you. And we find this very difficult to say, but we try our best. Sometimes we succeed, sometimes we don't. But if you can try, if we succeed, all the more the better. Third, just 2 words. Thank you. Very simple. Thank you. We never thank our spouse enough. I'm saying wife to husband, husband to wife, equally. It's the simplest thing to say, but we don't say it often. The last word is actually like three words. I love you. I love you. You hear a song, I love you, doesn't mean anything. You know, nowadays, Hollywood song or even Bollywood doesn't mean anything. There's no sincerity part. It's more physical, more passionate, more whatever, but not the spiritual, the agape love. Those of those who are Christians, they call it agape love. For me personally, it has been not easy to say those words often. But I hope and pray that I will be able to say those words more often in the future. There is another thing I would like to add to the 4 things. We try to pray to the person up there, to God, to guide us and lead us in our marriage. Because we believe with this guidance, the rough road can be made a little bit smoother. So in conclusion, a bit of sore throat. Both of us ask you to include us in your prayers, because we succeed because other people help us emotionally, compassionately, and through prayers. We need your prayers as both of us journey ahead in our married life. Once again, thank you, and may God bless you and your families. Thank you.
It's a little bit of a surprise. My parents don't know about this, so let's watch their expression on their faces. Those of you who don't know me or can't recognize me after all these decades,
Same face.
my name is Felix, and I'm the eldest son of my parents. Alex,
please come. Get the camera away.
Maybe we'll get the grandchildren.
Grandchildren. Come on.
Melvin.
Justin. Okay. I have been asked by my brothers and sisters and their families and also the grandchildren to present this little gift to my parents on their behalf. Now, most of you, or all of you who know my parents, know that they have very modest lifestyles, right? So, but even then, they're very richly dressed. They have everything that they want. So, what do you get my parents who have everything that they need? And they've got 5 children, they've got 8 grandchildren.
Officially.
Unofficial.
So,
Thank you.
I I love you.
So we were all thinking, what do we get our parents and our grandparents? And so we're scratching our heads, you know, and I don't think none of us wanted to volunteer another grandchild. And I don't think there's going to be another child along the way.
No.
Because I think that would truly require an act of God. Right? But it was God that brought this marriage together, and it's God that richly blessed them with a wonderful married life, and also inspired the rest of us to start our own families. So what in that spirit, I have a little something from, it's a papal blessing from the new Pope, Pope Francis, to acknowledge their 50th wedding anniversary.
And they can go to the side. Yeah.
I think that's the only present we want, right?
Yeah. It's Pope Francis, the recently elected Pope from Buenos Aires, Argentina. He is a Jesuit. And when I was in university, I stayed with the Jesuits in college. So the Jesuits are my heroes. I still have the Jesuit spirit. My son-in-law, David, where's David? David. And his son, they're all Jesuit products.
So I did well. Thank you.
So can you all please join me in congratulating my parents?
Thank you.
Next course.
Now we're going to cut the cake. We're going to cut the cake.
Okay, you're fired.
You can do it. Happy 50th wedding anniversary. We sing.
There's no song.
We sing. Come on, happy birthday, right?
Okay, alright. No, first blow the candle.
Yeah,
alright.
yeah.
1, 2, 3. Come, children.